can't say people. I mean, can we say people's names, or should we not give a shit?
We can try to avoid people's names, protect the innocent, but
yeah,
to some degree, if I know they're never gonna watch this shit.
Come on, man. We could try. Hey, Joe Rogan says we should fucking start a podcast. He said that's it. Not us in particular, but if you want to get into comedy or you want to start some shit, start a podcast.
Hey, look,
not that hard.
Key, if you go on Apple Music, right after it says you might like, if you go to mine, it actually has Joe Rogan as the first you might like. I don't know if that's because of the content that I've already put out. Because Joe Rogan is just like, yeah, we should just Joe Rogan everybody.
I think so.
But I'm taking it as my podcast so excellent. They were like, hey, you know what? If you listen to Dre, you might want to listen to Joe Rogan.
Because I think you mean the podcast on iTunes, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you get any money from that. It's just for.
I mean, the streams count eventually, but you'd have to have Joe Rogan type numbers to see.
Basically.
Revenue.
Basically. You start recording, or?
Yeah, we record.
All right, cool. You don't want to do an intro, or you're just gonna go straight into this this yam.
This yam.
This
I mean, I can do the intro. I was just gonna let us chat for a second before I got into it, but it's cool.
We should what was the thing? We should there's one podcast I listen to, and they start they do this kind of this beat it's kind of like a cappella. Not it's not extreme, but they're like, and then they just say their name of their podcast, and it's like you gotta listen to it.
Is it Damn Internet You Scary, or something else?
No, they're called they're not called Chibi Chubby, but they used to be called We Don't Suck. They're like we don't suck. I forgot the rest. Yeah, damn terrible.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
I gotta look for it. I'll look for it if you want me to. I'll look for it.
Yeah, and send it to me so I can roast that.
I was gonna play it. I was gonna play
start
it
podcast beef.
Podcast beef. I don't know. They're kind of popular. Give me one moment. I was gonna play
exactly. It. That's how you get clout. So I know.
I mean, they're kind of popular.
It's all about the clout, Kev.
Right.
Real talent. Who cares about that? All right. While you looking, I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro.
Go ahead.
3, 2. What is gooey's, brethrens, and welcome back to another installment of the Biscuithead Podcast. I think this is episode 13, 14 of the podcast as a whole. I'm your host, the original Biscuithead, Dre. This other nigga here is KF.
Wow.
Wearing the beanie in the house like the shit is fashionable or something.
It is.
In what land?
Since 2000s.
Since the 2000s. All right. I guess in Zeldaville it is popular.
In Zeldaville?
Link looking at.
That's fucking offensive, first of all. He's not wearing a beanie because a beanie looks like a beanie. That's like a fucking pointy hat. It's flat.
I know, it's a limp wizard's hat.
Okay. It's a soft stool. It's a soft stool wizard's hat.
It's the hat off of Harry Potter, but it never woke up. It just stayed asleep and they dyed it green.
Right.
Yo, Link, go save Shorty.
Wow.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
You have kids, Trey?
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, if you hear something in the background, it's my mother being ignorant.
Oh.
She's being a real biscuit head right now, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. Adrian, you got kids? No. We're not going to even begin that. We're not even going to put that into the universe. Lord knows, me raising a human being would not be great for the environment.
I find it interesting how there's some people who don't even mention it because you might bring it to existence, manifest it. I'm like, it's just a word. I just fucking said a sentence. I know
now, but that's one of my fears, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's one of my fears. Doing the devil's tango.
Oh wow. Since this is the 13th episode, should we be talking about like shit? I don't know.
I don't know if it's because I low key lost track after a while because I was just recording and putting the shits out. But I feel like I know I know the podcast is officially a teenager. So
wow, you don't even have like 1,000 episodes. Lost count of the tens.
hey, but look, because I'm still labeled as essential, so I have to manage my rest and things accordingly. So
True.
yeah, and I'm not an annoying person. Like I got this one person, no offense, they ain't never gonna see this shit or whatever, but there's one person that's on my IG that followed me that has a podcast. He got like 500 plus people listening to his shit. And it's like his voice is just like annoying orange 3.6. Like this shit is annoying, bro. And he don't really talk about nothing. He got random ass niggas as guests. It's like, who are these people? Like, what? Guests. You don't talk about nothing. You got guests to talk about jack shit. Like, what the fuck? So I feel like I should do this. The Biscuithead Podcast originally did not start off as what it has become. However, I like what it has become. The podcast. I'm the original Biscuithead, quote unquote. I heard it in a movie clip, in a video clip on Instagram like 6 years ago, and I've consistently used it to describe a person, place, or thing that is doing something stupid and or ignorant for the last 5 to 6 years, to the point that other people have adopted it from me and still use it as a joke with me. Yeah, I know it has become a curse-heavy whatcom, but what in the sweet hell are you doing?
I was trying to remove lighting because like if you see that bit right there in the corner, I was trying to remove it, but then like I have windows over there, so it just fucking brings them over here, and it's like never mind.
It's okay. It's okay. I had to turn my lights on because I'm too dark for my setting right now. Like the sun was like, nope, not coming out today. Your vitamin D, vitamin none.
Vitamin none.
But yeah. Okay, and I also want to address something else because I was told by a random human that I need to talk about more serious topics.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna address it, and it's going on. And it's gonna be one of the clips that go on IG too. So,
do I know this person?
No.
We can talk about whatever the fuck you want. The fuck. We could talk about like weenie dogs eating out squirrel girls. I don't know.
What? Eating what? What? Oh,
wiener Lord. Dogs eating out squirrel girls. We don't gotta talk about anything. Shit, we could just
literally just stare at the camera for a fucking hour.
I can't do stereo competitions. I suck at them. But we could definitely do catchphrases for 40 minutes. Just random shit. Not even they're not even relevant to each other. We're just random shit that pops our head. It could be I'm not starting this scary contest
with the Ray J and shit.
Oh god. Me? No, you have Ray J. That's right.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna hit them with the Ray J. Just put the glasses up and shit, and looking the fuck stupid for an entire hour. If that's what I wanted to do with my podcast, you don't like what I'm doing on my podcast.
Get the fuck out of your car. Yeah.
Get your ass fuck out of here. Anyway,
right.
I will address that in the sense that right now the world is that's the thing. I started this off with a very clear focus of what to come.
Mm-hmm.
A clear focus of I'm going to do a music review every week. I'm going to do this, that, or the third. And niggas wasn't listening.
Okay.
And it was becoming a bit of a job. But now I'm in love with the process. I like it. And that's what I keep hearing from my favorite creators that you need to do. Just fall in love with doing it. And eventually you will find your own lane. Your audience will find you.
Yeah.
So that's one part of it. Second part of it is, nigga, it's mine.
Yeah.
I came up with the shit. So, yeah. Third part of it is that we are in the middle of see. This is why I don't get what to come because people don't like me hearing me talk about serious shit. But here we go, nigga. We are in the middle of a literally unprecedented time in the entire world, right?
Yeah.
So, on my platform that I created, I could either sit here and be a stick in the mud and focus on everything that is negative and give you 102 stats about how more than 500,000 people in the fucking world have at least contracted coronavirus that are confirmed.
Right.
And then more than 30,000 people have died already from the fucking coronavirus or COVID-19, because that's something else that pisses me off. See, we can get into it, because if you want to be real, coronavirus has existed before. SARS and MERS and other strains have already existed. That's why it's on a fucking Lysol bottle, right? But this is a new strain. Viruses fucking mutate.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Changed.
So I'm deciding to be on my platform and do something and try to, even if you watch for 5 minutes, it's not going to be focusing on all of the negative shit that's on social media, because that shit messes with your fucking psyche.
Yeah.
The longer, and everybody's sitting home. I'm one of the few unlucky bastards that has been told by their companies, nigga, you're essential. So I don't have time to just sit here and make all that I want to, but the time that I take to create content, I'd rather focus on something that is funny than that makes me laugh. And hopefully through that, I make somebody else laugh and at least smile or get their minds off of everything else that is going wrong. Because a lot of people before COVID-19 happened already had problems financially, emotionally, spiritually.
Right.
And now being isolated, not having access to their funds if they were cut off from their jobs and or laid off, because we're at an unprecedented rate for fucking unemployment as well. Not just the actors and the actresses who are on off season, but the person who was just working in a restaurant that was run by a mom and pop that can't get access to all of the programs for small businesses, because these big businesses like fucking Wendy's are taking hundreds of millions. We can get into it, but I choose not to focus on that. I'm aware of it, but I also recognize that as a person, I like different things. I can talk about different things, but I choose on my platform to not focus on the negative and all of the overbearing shit that can fuck with your psyche, because it fucks with me too. If it fucks with me, I'm not going to be able to give what I want to, the energy that I want to my own platform. And that shit isn't fair to me. It's not fair to the 4 people who might watch this. So there. It's mine. Nigga, I did it. You don't like it? Blah-blah.
Right.
And that's the thing. People giving me negative shit. I have 16 subs. 16 subs, bro. That is nothing. And 4 of them came within the last month. Yeah. I haven't even been doing this on YouTube for a month. I've had the podcast going since like late March, early March. Actually, like late February, because that was Eminem's album, Kobe, and then Eminem's album.
Yeah.
So yeah, what? And I've been cranking out some videos. Like, I went from nothing to a whole bunch of stuff, and eventually, I know people will be able to see it. But I'm also like, I have no subs right now. That's just to prove that somebody always has an opinion that's negatively about what you're doing. You just got to keep your head up and keep moving.
Right.
I'm not that nigga no more. I'm not going to sit back and let you shit on my platform when I do put in work for it.
Who is this person? You got to let me know who this person is.
I will off camera.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah. And then also, the person was wrong about it, because check this, right? I have the podcast, and then I have like segments underneath of it. So my umbrella is the Biscuithead Podcast. This shit that's sitting behind my fat ass. Cool. Fucking whack ass green screen I got. But I do 2K, like I do gaming videos, and I have those I have them in different playlists too. I have them in different playlists, and I do 2K. I have The Witcher and right now I'm just kind of I'm editing. I'm trying to get my editing up, so I'm on Skillshare and shit like that. Trying to make sure that when I put content out, it's at least somewhere near what I want it to be. Right?
That's good.
So when people do find it, it's at least of decent quality, you know?
Right.
And it's not like I'm just sitting here, I'm playing 2K, let me just hop on and Nah, I'm taking it seriously. Like, I'm recording for 2 hours at a time in the video. Nigga, like, it might not be work for you because you're just playing it randomly, but I want this to be my job, my career, because I enjoy doing it. So I didn't even have anything, like the segment I had my mother, WWBFD, is a segment underneath of the Biscuithead Podcast. The Squadsodes that we do are under the Biscuithead Podcast. Right? That was just, I said, random 2K, 2K rebuild video. 2K rebuild video. And because you're used to seeing me on this platform, you just assume, you have to talk about more than just, more than just basketball. I wasn't even talking about anything I was focused on the video, making the video, talking about my points and why I wanted to trade for this person, this, that, and the third. It's like, if you're going to come at me, at least come at me with some fucking common sense. Because that had nothing to do with the Biscuithead podcast. That was under the channel of Just DeAndre, which you should sub to. Because I'm talking shit and putting up videos.
Sub to DeAndre, bro.
Just DeAndre, JUSTDEONDRE. One fucking word, because I realized after the fact somebody else has that too. But I have it on Instagram, so it's why I got it. But yeah, no. I do multiple things. I'm multi-talented and multifaceted, cuz. If I was almost, I want to pull up that clip. I might actually edit that clip of T.I. in this jump. Be like, I'm also, like, yeah, I'm a thug. Yeah, I'm a gangster. I'm also a lover. I'm also a father. Like, I'm very an intellectual, spiritual, whatever. Like,
right.
I want to put that in there because, like, if your favorite YouTuber only doing one thing and they're not excellent at it, and you coming from my net, miss me with it. All right, so anything you wanna comment or say about that? I'm sorry, that was actually one. I didn't plan on going into that rant, but
that's not the rant you wanted to talk about.
That's not the one I wanted to go on. Actually,
holy shit! I'm like, damn, this is like under your skin, just coming out, like making fucking. It's like I watched this video about like popping those big ass fucking sits.
Yeah.
Like I just walked like a couple of them. Like holy fuck! Like they just toothpaste. Like
I don't watch them Jones. Them Jones is like, bro, no, I can't.
Like I was bored. Like I was listening to Joe Rogan like yesterday, and then like he was talking about cauliflower ears. You know what those are?
Cauliflower ears?
Yeah, it's a wrestling thing. So basically, if you don't wear like protective gear around your ears, and you keep on getting your like, let's say you keep on getting like your head near the mat. And like you keep on like rubbing it, abrasion, basically your blood in your ear, it starts to calcify, and then it gets harder. And he was talking about how like, did you ever see when they like take it out and it's all white and stuff? Like that's supposed to be blood. And I googled it. I'm like, oh, it's just a whole bunch of black blood. But then that's when I found that dead popping video. I was like, holy fuck. But
oh wow. Let's see, y'all want to talk about me talking about random stuff? I could talk about basketball, and guess what? When homies get when the other homie gets his stuff together, I'm gonna have a basketball segment only. So get ready for that,
like,
nigga.
Like, I appreciate criticism, but it's like I don't know. I feel like I don't know, because like it's like a two-way street, but then like you have to understand that if they didn't ask for it, it's like they can totally tell you I didn't ask for it. So it's like maybe you should be careful you give criticism too.
Yeah, I can say I didn't ask for it, but it wound up being completely irrelevant. And
yeah,
I'm in a space where I would much rather just be home and creating and pumping out and learning as much as I could to put out the best thing that I can.
Right. And you're just starting out, so it's like, geez.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
oh, you're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. You don't get the lights on. You're not putting.
Your lighting is terrible. Okay, well, if you're trying to donate to the Get Me Some Better Equipment Fund, nigga,
right?
Go ahead. Unless nobody said that yet, I actually have done a decent job, I think, with my lighting.
I think so. I mean, I don't think like podcasts. They don't. I mean, unless you have like a video, of course. It's not required to have like video for podcasts, but it's like it's not. It's your choice to have it on video.
And let's be 100 about it. Everybody and their mama who even has a professional podcast, they got guests or anything else for the most part, are doing either already have money, so they got the stuff at home to do the and or are doing all of their meetings on Zoom. Whole channels, some of my favorite channels are doing entire game nights with 6-7 people at a time on Zoom. So
true.
And some of them just be outside, sunlight, just taking a walk, during the day, or in their house, no shirt on, with the lights out, and the only light from their phone is the literal meeting on their phone.
Right.
I'm just saying. So,
yeah, that was definitely like that came out the cut. Like you just brought up this guy. I have no idea what you're talking about, but.
Oh yeah, and it's not even about him, but I know other people have negative comments. it's not even like just him like nigga you because I'm cool with him overall.
Yeah.
I know that there are some people that I've even gone on like a removal of a shit ton of people on Facebook just because it's like people like, oh, why don't you share your music on Facebook? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's like because you niggas don't support shit. It literally
That's
costs
true.
absolutely nothing to click on a video for 3 seconds and let it pop up as a view, and or just say, hey, you know, I think you could do better here. Or I enjoyed that segment, or enjoyed this segment, and you know, and I got more interest about it than ever before, quote unquote. I put on my Snapchat, hey yo, who's trying to be on the podcast? You either have had to have watched an episode, or I'm like really cool with you. Right. You know, niggas left and right. And there was about 5-6 people. Hey, let me get on that jump. I ain't talked to you since high school, B. Let me hop on that jump, bro.
Oh, God.
Hey, yo, link me.
Fuck that.
Hey, yo, link me.
I will only do that if I had my own podcast and like if I knew like a childhood friend and I see they're kind of like successful. Sure, that's easy. And they don't seem like a bad person. But if I haven't talked to someone for a long time and they just like, oh,
and that's the thing. I met dude in high school, and I might eventually, but it's like I was like, okay, cool, because I'm not trying to be funny. If I'm gonna have a guest, quote unquote, on, it's my platform. I'll watch a comment. I was like, okay, cool. You know, what topics you got on your mind? Because me and you, we friends way back. We ain't known each other since the sandbox, but nigga, we built that bitch. All right, so fuck it.
We built the fucking New Italy.
Right? Yeah, nigga.
We hold that fort down.
Google us.
Google us.
But it's like I can get on here and just shoot the shit with you and be okay with that being an episode, you know.
Down. But
it's like we played basketball like 12 times in high school, and you want to hop on the podcast?
Oh God.
And I'm 99% sure this person hasn't heard it, and I'm completely okay with them seeing this.
Right.
And or hearing it, because yeah, it's like, bro,
I was watching you from the beginning, and
man, you watched me from the beginning. All right, what was the first episode though?
What was Kevin's second favorite snack he had on episode 2?
Like shit.
I didn't eat anything during the podcast. Oh God. I don't have anything else. But what were you gonna talk about the other thing you wanted to go through?
Yeah, the actual rant I was going to go on. I'm not even doing this for clout. I'm gonna post it on IG just because I think people need to.
Wait. When you were mentioning you don't post anything on Facebook or anything like that, it's kind of true. When I used to post a lot on Instagram about my art shit, and I would post it also on Facebook. And I would get nothing. I would get 1 or 2 likes, and that was it. And it's
literally 3 of the people that are on your Instagram would be the same 3 people on Facebook.
Definitely. And it's I think just Facebook, it's just just to post memes and then just to spy on other people what they're doing and shit. That's really
Facebook is it's turning into MySpace, but the old people are keeping it alive.
Definitely.
I'm on Facebook to be like, oh, I didn't know this person. I don't have this person on Instagram, but hey, it's your birthday. It's the kid's birthday. Happy birthday. We cool enough. I
didn't check for my birthday. I'm on Facebook last year, and I was like, holy shit, someone actually said happy birthday. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't know. And I was like, it was this person who never said happy birthday to me. I was like, dude, she's I kind of know her. I was like, damn, should I say something? Should I text her hey, what's up? That's not your birthday.
I know it's about a year too late, but thanks.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I don't know if you want to say this for another podcast, but I could definitely talk about astrology, even though that's
astrology. We can get into that. Let me get into this rant right quick.
Go ahead.
Into this rant right quick, and I'll ask you first. How are you feeling after being labeled essential, and what steps are they taking? How do you feel about all that?
From where I work at, right? My employer.
Yeah. You don't have to say names. I'm gonna say
of course. I mean, they already know if they listen to the lore, the wealth of the Biscuithead Podcast. Our lore.
I swear.
But
all 6 views, bro.
Like shit.
Hey, look, I'm not playing though. We appreciate that shit.
Fuck yeah.
You niggas are excellent. Yeah. All right, we appreciate all 7 minutes that you watch, bro. Because I know we just be talking.
Right.
But I appreciate you. All right, go ahead, Kev.
Okay, so They gave us a fucking letter. They told us at first to use surgical masks for a week, and it's like and it's not tight fitting, so it's like that's a bad issue. But then like this week they finally gave us a better mask, but it's still for a week now. And before that, they were giving us those masks every day. So it's
I actually did see that because I followed one of your coworkers, one of my former coworkers on Facebook.
Who's
she
that?
was low-key roasting that jump.
Who is that person?
Thickness. The astute young lady who participates in yoga.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
See, that was good. That was good. Enough clues.
You could have said you should have said Yogini, and I would have.
I almost said Yogini, but I was like, there might be another one since I've left, so I don't know.
Like, I don't want to say like, I mean like, so like I don't use Facebook like that, but I saw her on like the fucking Facebook recommendations. I was like, oh shit. I was like, nah.
You should have done it, bro.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I don't use Facebook. Then it's like I would have to be using Facebook just to fucking just to interact with her. I'm like, no, I'm good. It's like if I don't interact with her in work, what's the fucking point? You know?
I don't interact. I mean, I'm gone. I just watch the stories, and that's really it.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, that's right.
Talking about your feelings of this.
Yeah, work. But like, there's no quarantine. I'm not getting quarantine pay, so it's like, what the fuck? I don't know. This is like we're just kind of there. My role in particular, it's like I could definitely work from home, and they're just
sure.
They're like saying, oh, you're essential. It's like, all I'm doing is like calling patients. That's mainly what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing really, and it's just lame. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been meaning to leave this job for like a long while now, and it's like,
oh, for real? You've been looking to leave?
Yeah, because it's just I don't know. I always been other jobs. I always been on my feet.
You're the only dude they care about.
Like shit, I'm like their star pupil. Like
right.
remember I don't want to mention her name, but like the one of the doctors I work with, the nice one, old lady,
older.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay, anyway, she sent me this text for Easter, and she was like, "Oh, you're a hard worker, blah blah. Shows your character." I'm like, and I really felt something. I was like, "Holy hell!"
Dental?
No, the one who's one of my doctors I work with, as a care coordinator.
Let me see. Let me check my memory. Walt?
Who's Walt?
No. I almost said the last name. Is she the one that's named after a month?
No.
Okay, who worked with her?
She went to Italy.
That don't help me. I didn't care about them niggas' lives.
Okay.
Like their vacations and shit. Who is it? Hold on.
Aquaviva.
Oh, you could have just said Teresa because there's two of them. Oh, that's yeah.
I just said Aquaviva. I was like,
she's great though. She's one of the exceptions.
She is so dedicated.
I swear, one of the goats. Definitely doesn't get enough credit.
She's apparently she's one of the top providers for telemedicine.
Makes sense, and she definitely deserves more money. If caring about patients equated to more paper, I would have to give her another whatever because man, shorty act like it's a private practice and she take care of as many people as she can.
She does, like for real.
To the point that she be staying till the cows come home and back.
She'd be staying till like the chupacabra fucking shows up.
No bullshit. Niggas in the city are like, I'm out. She like, I have to send this prescription for tomorrow morning.
Right. But going back to my job, well, fuck, I forgot. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
No.
You were saying y'all not getting any
we're not getting quarantine pay. We could definitely be working from telemedicine. I mean, like from home.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we just keep on rescheduling appointments. This schedule's bullshit because there's they're rotating doctors who's showing up on their roles and stuff. Like they have a tent now. We have a tent in front of the Brentwood where we screen all patients. Yeah, it's stupid. But then it's like we get these fucking questions because sometimes the schedule's not clear. It's like, wait, so who's doing what?
The schedule was never clear.
It's never clear, and then it's like we got a new boss. I mean, he's kind of okay, but then it's like
because the only people who really gave a shit was Tiana and I, and when I left, she was already ready to be gone.
Yeah.
So I can't say with more shit happening that it stayed consistent.
Right.
That it stayed consistent.
You told me sometimes I don't want to mention it, but sometimes Tiana could just be just like a wall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I had that moment with her one time, but I didn't do anything. I was just like, I could see what Dre meant. You know, I was like,
No, for sure. No, yeah. No, for sure.
But like, what else? I don't know. It's just like I got tired of just like sitting at the desk for like 6 hours. Not 6. Well, I don't know, like 8, 7, whatever. And
7,
I don't
8
know.
hours.
And it's just like I don't know. I don't like the environment there. I mean, I'm sure the people there are fine, but I don't really give a shit anymore. It's just like I want something new, basically. But like at this current moment of this pandemic, it's just like where the fuck you're gonna work at?
You could apply for what's it called?
Sure,
Unemployment.
I could, but other than that,
I think that's ridiculous. Like, I know at least for your position, and maybe even the front desk, like it shouldn't be a daily, oh, let's call people to reschedule. Everything is canceled until further fucking notice. We are here for literal urgent care purposes and extreme emergencies. And in that case, you should be going to a hospital anyway. And Nate might tell you, nigga, you good.
Right. And then there's this bullshit where like, oh, they told us like a month ago that we only have like 6 weeks worth of money. It's like, wait, what the fuck? You're telling me this thing that
Whoa. That's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. No, it's stupid. It's a bluff. Because like, wait, you're telling me you've been open since like the 80s and your merger, and you're telling me this one thing that has never happened, and you're losing money because no one's showing up. Let's be real. I swear, like walk-ins, maybe most is 6. I don't know. It varies, but it's like not a lot of doctors are showing up too. So there's no real money. There's no big pull like it used to be. But it's like you can't fucking tell us just because like, oh, you know, we only got 6 weeks. Like, fuck you. You have some money. You got a war chest.
How was a place that is mostly federally fucking funded and granted?
Yeah.
And I remember before I left, we had that big ass bullshit ass meeting at an undisclosed university in the city that we were excited because we got X, Y, or Z done and was nominated and up for this and that and the third new one. What am I correct?
Right.
How y'all just got sick? Type of bullshit is that? That sound like some bullshit.
It's stupid, honestly.
How are the people? How are the patients handling it?
Patients, they're taking it day by day. Not, I mean, I don't know if any patients have died from like the COVID.
Well, I'm saying, like, how are they? Are they, like, when you call them to say the appointment is rescheduled, are they fairly understanding, or
some are understanding, some are like
fuck yeah,
what? Yeah, basically.
I know, I know.
Yeah,
what you need my appointment canceled? My left leg about to fall off, and it's been like that for 3 years, bro. And I made this appointment.
Right. It's like, whoa, fucking, what the fuck were you doing for the last 3 years? If
it's like, okay, well, hop along.
Right.
Not to sound insensitive, but you've been surviving.
Like, it's not even like, I think it's so stupid because like some of this, it's none of it's my fault, and then I get all the heat, and it's like, oh, all the people who make those calls, and then it's like, it's not even like it's like the top's fault because it's like, why? How come the schedule is not clear? I think it's stupid. Like, I know one of my providers, she has her schedule for like, I don't know how long it goes out to, maybe like a couple months, but I'm getting mine's like trickled down. I'm getting like, I got my 2 weeks I got my schedule like for 2 weeks from my providers yesterday. It's like, what the fuck? How come you can just give it to us? Like, just smack, let's give it to us. Like, what's the fucking point? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like the bullshit.
And then
the reason I left.
And then they're behind on like fucking like on the blocks. Like that's
been a problem.
I don't know, it's so stupid. Like just stop going to meetings, sit behind a desk and just change it, please. Just do us a favor.
And the meetings ain't nothing but how much money they about to make. Or the 6 weeks that they got left. So you about to just be home anyway.
Yeah, I guess. If it wasn't a bluff, but I don't care. Just whatever.
Like shit, maybe I'll talk to my regional director and be like, hey yo,
I thought about going back, but I'm like, I don't like.
No, don't. We're gonna talk about it because that's what the rant was initially gonna be, and I'm saying names.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I don't. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. You want to start, or I don't know.
Oh, you done with yours?
I think I'm done. There's a new PRC. She started like a month ago, and like none of the PRCs want to go to. They've been moving people to other sites, and it's our contract to do that. And
yeah, because you work for Umbrella, not just that branch.
Stupid, but they send a new girl to the homeless site, and I'm like, what? That's fucked up. She's barely like she's 20 or 19, I think. And I'm like, what the fuck?
How long has she been there?
Like a month. Like a month.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like Tiana was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And like she was saying, oh, she has a mom she has to take care of. I guess that makes sense. And then Christina was like, I'm not going back there. And she just had documents like she had a health condition and she's a risk because homeless people are more susceptible to it. And it's like, I guess that makes sense. But it's like, what about what about the other and then of course Samantha,
Oh, yeah, that's the
yeah.
That's the
But
extension. That's the homie.
I think that's fucked up. Like, did I ever tell you what happened to Yaz?
Oh, she not there?
No, she don't work there anymore. It's been a month actually. This exact month. She put her 2-week notice. So apparently this is what she tells me. I don't remember the details, to be honest, because I kind of just didn't care.
Yeah.
But like it's funny because like she'd be going on me a lot. Like, I know you don't care, but then she tell me, and I'm like, I do care. Just like it's job is kind.
It's like when you telling me I don't care is going to make me not fucking care. Stupid.
Right.
What the hell just happened in my life? Hold on, bro. My shit just dipped for no reason. Hold on. Nobody even changed it. Go back to. Okay, cool. I'm bright again. My melanin isn't screaming anymore. Oh God. Oh, munch it.
No, it's water.
Water.
What was it on? Oh yeah. So like, she was going on leadership and HR. How come they're like in? She was like, how come because I told her this because she's mad how we always bring water from whatever, and the last week of the month there's no water, and she was like, how come Kevin knows that like someone who's not in leadership knows that. It's like it happens. It's fucking true. Like she's basically bullshit on the leadership to HR, and they were like, oh, she has a point, and then they're like, okay, we don't want her no more. We're sending her to a different site, and they're like, oh, CCMV needs a care coordinator. It's like, wow, and they told her that, and she was like, yeah. She apparently is filing a civil suit, something like that, and she quit. She did the 2-week notice, and yeah, I haven't talked to her since. But I don't know. Unity just sucks, honestly.
Charles and I had more of a reason to file one than that. And you know it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to bring that up, though.
What?
When your grandma passed?
Oh, yeah.
I can talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, how she passed away in the morning? Didn't she show up to work the same day?
No, I didn't come to work that day, but I was at work
the next day.
The next day.
No, I think it was the next 2. I don't care. But it's like
she passed that Monday, right. And I found her right about the time I would be waking up to come to work. Actually, an hour before.
Right.
I'll be waking up to come to work anyway, and I didn't come to work that Monday, but Tuesday I was there. I didn't come Wednesday because we had a meeting at the funeral.
Right.
Funeral place, and then I was there Thursday, Friday.
Right.
I missed a total of 4 days over 2 weeks, but.
Right. You still show up to work. I mean, not the same day, but still, three staff members lost their family members this week, and it's like they're not. Jackie's not going to show up next week.
Oh, but Jackie ain't worried about nothing. They can tell Jackie something, and she's gonna run them into the ground.
She's gonna retire. Yeah, she
she'd seen some shit.
She always says she's gonna retire. It's like, holy shit.
Jackie just working because she like the people well enough.
I don't know. Yeah,
it was cool though.
But I don't know. Just I'm thinking about I'm moving to California and watch some fucking fires. Like a fucking jock. Not jock, but. I don't know. It seems easier. I don't know. I used to. I don't know because when I was younger, I used to just work outside all the time, do the fucking what's it called? I guess yard work and shit. Mm-hmm. And it just sitting and scanning the screen the whole day is just boring. It's just it's exhausting. You start. I don't know. It's weird because they show them in Millennials Millennials only stay for 2 years here, and they move to the different employments, and it's they don't stay and grow, and it's no, it's just boring. Fuck that,
Nah, you gotta. The same way they say take a special person to be a physician, they take a special person to sit at a desk.
Yeah.
For
like what? Like 7.5 hours for like 5 days. Fuck that. It's exhausting.
And then it's not. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's the thing. They came up in a time where the cost of living was much cheaper, so they're more settled. So the people who are always telling me, you know what? Let's get into that real quick. Let's get into that.
Okay.
Millennials, 90, I'll say a good 85% of us are willing to work. And yeah, people always say, people always like, oh, millennials complain too much. You guys don't have it as hard as we did. No, if anything, we might have it harder.
We definitely have it harder.
That's why, because the generation that raised us, I'm not saying mine in particular, but a lot of them were ignorant because the generation before them didn't teach them certain things, and that's partially on the school system for not teaching essential classes. I'm not trying to be funny. The last time I used some history shit was when I did a trivia game on a random drunk night. Well, I wasn't drunk, but on a random night at Dave and Buster's in Virginia. And I happened to get a question right. And I can't tell you what the hell it was because, like, that seems right. And I clicked it and got it right. But ain't no home ec classes teaching you how to balance a checkbook, what credit is, real estate, how to invest, where to invest, goddamn.
How to file your taxes.
How to file your taxes, how to eat well. And that's something that they could go back into, how to eat well, how to work out, mental health.
Yeah.
Mental affordable and or mental health that's at least accessible, not even affordable, just accessible, somewhere you can go. Definitely. That's not the church and Jesus fixes it all. Like the millennials, if anything, because of the way that the generation before us for real is making the music that most of us listen, at least my generation listens to, or it's us listening to our like we listen to artists that are around our age. So that's why we listen to, that's why we, so much. But social media has magnified everything to the nth degree. There are plenty of talented people who never get the credit that they should because of this random person whose brother is famous and decided to do the same thing that this smaller person was doing, and they got credit, and this person in the middle got credit for it. This famous person got credit for it. There are plenty of people who never even have the opportunity. I mean, like for real, there are plenty of millennials who either didn't have the greatest education and are suffering for it, or busted their ass, went to college, graduated, and because the field is that small, and or because now everything's closed, or because they're of a certain skin color, they're not able to get a job in the field that they want. So they're forced to take something that's some amount of money, because those student loans, which is fucking stupid, are sitting there and they have to pay that. Like most people that go to college full time, like a 4-year university, they're starting off in the hole.
Have you seen that video where like there's this old dude who sits in a car. He talks about how like a lot of people, since due to the pandemic, they're giving mortgage companies are giving like people, I don't know how to say it, but like someone's making you own an investment to someone, and you're like, maybe like you do a 4 loan, but it's like, wait, why would you, like, you're not working for shit, and then you may start working in the next 3 months, I mean. But then it's like you owed that month, then you owed the other 3 months. It's like, how the fuck are you gonna pay for that? And it's like this guy was like, dude, let's do this instead. You're still gonna get your money back, but like just change the principle. Add if the investment's 2 years, add 2 years and 3 months. Still pay that month you owe in that when the furlough ends. But like, don't make them pay another 3 months too, because it's fucking retarded. It makes no fucking sense. It's like, I swear, like there's a lot of greedy people who are up in power. Like it
is all about money.
Yeah,
I swear. But I'm gonna finish this real quick. Most of the millennials that people of the older generation are saying don't work hard. Guess what? If anything, some of us work harder than you.
I think
because cost of living is stupid high. Yeah. Okay. The state that I'm in is number 3 or 4 in the entire country. Okay. Literally, if for me to be comfortable, I'd have to make $4 or $5 more because that's the you should only spend you know that thing you should only spend like you should be saving like 50%, spend 20% on something or like investments and the other 30 on your living cost,
right?
Or something. I forgot what the exact breakdown is, but that's literally impossible.
Yeah, that's not doable.
Because even if you're making X, Y, or Z, that's barely above minimum wage, and the cost of living damn near everywhere is too high. So. Because it's not just, I paid my rent, I got a roof over my head. That don't count for groceries. Thankfully, I'm one of the few people I own my vehicle, so I'm not making payments on it, but that's still to pay for gas,
right?
Insurance,
yeah,
renter's insurance because I rent, so I'm already paying someone else for their space that's not mine, and then they can't keep, and then I can't even get a new damn microwave. Like I literally bought another microwave.
For real?
They haven't replaced it since the month after I moved in when the junk broke, and I wasn't responsible for it. Mm-hmm. So there are plenty of, but then we get tired of it because I'm not trying to be funny. I've been working since I was 14. You've been doing different things since you were much younger.
Yeah.
And we see the people, and then if all you see is on social media is a part of it, and that you see the people that you aspire to be doing so well in their existences, and they always seem to overlook who you are, or the smaller people that support them, and wanting to be a decent person, you might buy their t-shirt or whatever, but that's more money that you now don't have, right? And if I want to just be petty, we work harder because some of us have been to places that you've never been. You know how many 50s have never left their city? 40 and 50-year-olds are talking shit about millennials and you guys are lazy and this, that, and the third. No, we're sick of having to bust our ass to seemingly get nowhere.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying. Most people of a certain age range are comfortable. They've lived their life. They've had their hoes. They've had their mistakes. They have a solid job that they've been in for however long. They get X amount of a raise every couple years. They're paying off on their home and or already own it if they are so lucky to have a job or they were able to get a job in the field that they wanted if they went to college and or they lucked up because they were good people. But we're saying, I can't wait for the housing market to crash because COVID-19. Can we say moving out? When the housing market crashed, bruh, terrible credit aside, and that's the thing. Nobody taught me about credit. He's like, and that's the thing. You just say, make sure you watch your credit score, whatever. But that, without teaching people what that really is, you set us up to always be playing catch up, and you're not going to play catch up and actually be comfortable and live the quote unquote American dream. And the American dream is BS.
Yeah.
BS, because when you have dumb, let's be real, dumb niggas in the goddamn leadership positions in your government that think that somehow, like, did you hear what Trump said, bro?
About let's inject bleach. It might work. It might cure.
It's like I'm with a few, like, now that one with the older people, I agree with you. Go ahead. We'll let you do it first, bro, and then we'll follow suit.
All the blindly Trump supporters should just do it,
But what's disappointing, how many POCs are defending him? It's like, excuse me, bitch? Do you realize that everything, like, Bernie dropped out, and I didn't think Bernie would win anyway.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to, do the same.
I appreciate what Bernie was trying to do, but because he was trying to
the Dems
set up a system to give back, quote unquote, to minority groups that had been have been pushed aside and stepped over,
marginalized,
screwed from basically the beginning.
Yeah,
how to set up for the environment that America says it wants to create.
Right.
But then he's like anti-establishment in the sense that the older people, like anti-establishment of the older people, but then they're the ones, unfortunately, because we weren't taught the importance of what voting is.
Yeah.
Either. So a lot of them are the ones that are still going to the polls, and all you have to have is a bit of ignorant rhetoric that speaks to that dark party, that part of your soul that for the most part rules who you are, like Trump did. And then you got the little hicks with the moonshine in the basement that come out and vote for the first time in 82 years.
Like shit.
So yeah, there's a lot, but I'm tired of I'm stop the fucking the millennial slander. We're just younger. Times are different. We were raised different. Things are way more expensive.
We have access to so much information.
That's the thing too. Like y'all had to go to the library to get an Encyclopedia Britannica, volume 62 E.5 because the E's were thick as hell, or whatever letter it is. Had eight different editions on its own. Bruh, I could literally look up 16 conspiracy theories in 4 minutes. And because of how we've been forced to learn, my millennial self can at least pull a good 10 minutes worth of talking from each one of them. Meanwhile, you're still clicking on the URL.
Disclaimer, not all boomers are bad.
Hmm?
Disclaimer, not all boomers are bad.
Not all of you are bad.
No, some of y'all are very sweet and very caring.
But I always hear that. It's like, oh, millennials are lazy. It's like, no, I'm tired of busting my ass. Oh, we won't get into that because that's the next rant. I'm going to get into this.
Go ahead.
Sorry. But
go ahead.
I'm tired of, okay. Let me start by saying that I work at Domino's.
Yeah.
Saying names.
Go ahead.
I work at Domino's, right? I am a 6'1". As of yesterday, I lost a little bit of weight, so I'm 343 pounds.
Okay.
From the time that I was born, damn near, until senior year, I have had severe asthma, allergies, and bronchitis, right?
Right.
Those three things effectively,
that's a risk for
compromise
COVID. Yeah.
Right. They compromise your respiratory system.
Yeah.
Your literal breath.
Right.
Your literal breath. I used to work where Kev did at undisclosed health facility, and I left there because I felt like management was BS, and now management, oddly enough, is gone. I told you I let it fly at that meeting too.
What?
I told you I let it fly at that meeting. I wasn't cussing or whatnot because I can be very astute and have a prolific conversation.
You could definitely you.
I can turn it off and on.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
But I like existing here more, so
Yeah.
But and then I left there and went to another big company, namely Amazon, who I felt like it was just too much on my body. Like I couldn't take it. I couldn't pull myself together, and the money wasn't excellent. And they were, then at least they weren't paying me what they initially said they were going to. So that was a part of why I left. But Amazon since has gone up. They're worth a couple billion. Now they're worth 1.3 trillion, bro.
Yeah.
They worth $1 trillion, and they hiring people left and right. But Amazon has also had people in 9 different facilities, at least the last time I looked at it, 9 different facilities that have tested positive for COVID-19.
Definitely.
But they're still hiring new people. However, they're not cutting their hours. And they are, in the last time I looked, I think they were raising everybody's salary by like $2.
Oh, wait.
So,
no, that's not good.
Huh? Well, considering that they're paying that the base level salary is already 15 to 16. Some people, depending on what your situation is, some people are able to pay their few bills or get extra money for their, if they work a part-time shift, you making 15, now you making 17 an hour. Okay. I'll put it this way. They acknowledge the fact that there is a pandemic going on, and Amazon it's not, you wouldn't think it's essential, but if people didn't have Amazon, a whole bunch of shit would just stop.
I agree.
And a lot of people use Amazon for their grocers, because they do the Amazon Fresh, wardrobe, entertainment, knickknacks, pet stuff. The argument for them to be essential is there, but they're acknowledging that there is a literal global health risk, and that they're asking their employees to come out into that, you know, to walk outside against, I say against quote unquote government recommendation, but it's more so state, because federal is still fucking up in that regard. Because the federal is telling us to take fucking Lysol and inject it into our veins like it's a 80s crack movie or some shit.
Right.
But they're at least acknowledging the fact that they're asking their people to take a personal health risk and giving them something, quote unquote. It's a show of at least acknowledgement. You say $2 ain't that much, but $2 could literally be the difference between somebody being on the street and not.
No, you mean like their wages, right?
Right, their wages. So they're getting $2 more an hour. And
yeah, because
I know from when I was there, if you want to work overtime or you they're not super strict on it, especially not now, because I'm sure they have people that are leaving because they're afraid of catching it or being exposed to it. Because even when you get to your workplace, you don't know what people's habits are outside of.
Right.
So, I will give them that, in that they at least have some comment. I'm not saying that the work conditions are excellent. I'm not commenting on all of that because I'm no longer there. Okay. What I am here to comment on is the current company that I work for, and I went back to after I left Amazon, which is Domino's. Mm-hmm. So much like you guys, we're not getting
quarantine pay.
Not getting quarantine or hazard pay. Nothing has even been mentioned and or said about. In fact, one of the higher ups earlier in the process, when they were implementing a quote unquote contactless delivery, which literally only we are aware of because they don't inform the customer of what the process should be. You know, like what they want us to do is the customer calls and places the order, or online and place the order. And then, now mind you, they don't want us hiring, because the store that I'm at is a smaller store. So we don't have a whole bunch of space for a whole bunch of extra people. Like at full staff, if that's if everybody comes to work and is on time, whatever, we're already falling over each other.
Right.
So there's that for starters. But they want us to, as people are making orders online, if they haven't paid already, they want us to stop, look at the orders on the board as they're coming out, or call these people and get them to pay with card. So if the person only has cash, they have to put that's the driver, the driver, the delivery system is a lot of trust, because now they can't, at first it was take the order, put it on top of the bag, set it in front of their door, step 6 feet away, and then have a little baggie for them to put their money in if it's cash, and wait for them to and then they'll take the food, they'll put the money on the bag, you take the bag. When you get back into the store, sanitize your hands. That's it. Now they want you to wash and sanitize your hands when you come back in, sanitize the bag, and so I'll put it this way. Part of it is they're not informing the customers of what they want their process to be. If you order here, this is what we're doing to try to keep our employees safe, right?
Right.
So there's that. So I can't tell you how many drivers I've had that have said that that they get to a spot and the person literally just opens the door, no mask, no gloves, asking them where their mask and gloves is before it was mandated that we at least wear masks. But asking them where their mask and gloves are, and literally just like it's a regular, like before all of this happened, basically they're treating it like nothing is happening right now. Then you get to the point where now, I'm not trying to be funny, now they've made it mandatory to wear a mask. However, it didn't start that way. And one of the higher ups that, mind you, I'm one of it's like, oh, you have the title of MIT, so you're doing well. The fuck you thought? Because I'm a part of a franchise, so franchise does not pay nearly what corporate did, and they've lost GMs in this franchise to corporate because corporate pays that much more.
Yeah.
But even within that, we're not we're not making any extra any quote unquote, there hasn't even been a mention of any quote unquote quarantine pay. We were told by this higher up, we're blessed and we should be lucky that we're able to work.
I hate that talk.
You know how I feel about that. Like, you don't tell me how I should feel about any goddamn thing, for one. And because of my previous health history, I'm not trying to be funny. I might get sick like twice a year now, like really sick twice a year now.
Yeah.
But it's not like I want to be exposing myself to this. And the area that I'm in, that I work in, is a hotspot in my state.
Yeah.
The entire county is a hotspot. And then it's more disturbing because most people, because we have signs in multiple languages that are as large as them goddamn McDonald's sign that says we serve 1 billion people a day, that you can see from the highway, goddamn, that say if you are picking up and or call. Now, mind you, some Domino's aren't even taking walk-up orders, in that you walk to the door and you call to make your order. Some of them aren't even taking those orders.
Oh, wow.
But we are, because people are focused on money. And it's not my GM. My GM has surprised me some of the stuff he said over the last couple of weeks, actually. But it's about the paper. So we're taking walk-up orders, but because people aren't aware of the system or the process, they're walking right up to the door, yanking it, getting, attitudes and the like, what to come in. They don't, and they're paying with card. They have to call this number to pay with card. The number is here on the signs in 2 different languages, the ones that are predominantly in the area, to say, if you're calling, if you're picking up or placing an order or paying with card, please dial this number. You can dial this line, for Spanish, right?
Right.
So they don't do that. So now we have a little table of separation, like the quote unquote, can you please stand behind the tape at the end of the table? Because that's quote unquote, like, it's like a 6x9 table, whatever. But most people don't step back. They give you attitude. Charlie, chill. They don't step back. I've gotten cussed out a few times. And this has been going on for what, like 2 months now?
Yeah, 2 months.
I've had 3 people acknowledge or say, thank you for what you guys are doing. And mind you, people are not, there's still plenty of people as recently as yesterday, not wearing masks, not wearing gloves. So they're just pulling on the door, what you coming in, and breathing all in. It's like, bro, back up. Like, I had my mask on, but that still don't mean I didn't like people breathing and being in my space before all of this.
Right.
So people aren't listening to the, come out for essential things. I'm not trying to be funny. There's something in me that does not believe that pizza is essential. And if anything, this is halfway showing how privileged America is, because in the middle of a pandemic, it's not just grocery stores that are open. It's literal restaurants with a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
And places like Domino's and other delivery restaurants and the like that are still open, mom and pop or otherwise. And we're still able to order delivery, whatever. And it's the part that pissed me off also, is that there are too many people who are ordering a shit ton of food and then not tipping the drivers. I mean, to tell you, like, minimum, and that's, and I will say that the drivers are probably making like $10 more than they used to, but if they weren't making that much to begin with, they're not taking as many orders as some others, they're not making that much money. But there are little people who order $50 worth of food and then no tip. So that frustrates me.
Oh, like,
Good.
Like, I get that sometimes. Like, because people think like if you keep on going to the same place, you're supporting that restaurant. I mean, you are, but you're not supporting those workers, and especially at this time, and that they're risking their lives. Tipping is very
two different little story times for you. I'm gonna start with this one first, because this one is directly related to the company, right?
Okay.
My company,
you don't own it,
huh?
You don't own it. The company you work for.
Well, no, I don't own it, because I will shut us the fuck down.
All right.
But because if you tell me that it's that I need to go out for essential things, low key, if I didn't need to eat, I wouldn't leave the house any goddamn way. If I didn't need groceries to eat, I wouldn't leave the house no way. My lifestyle before all of this shit was happening was quarantine, bro. I wasn't going out. I wasn't, oh, let's just take a walk in the park, bro. I don't like where I am. I don't care if it is a park. No.
Oh, wow.
Like, I just be chilling. That's my point. I just be chilling. I be in the house anyway.
You know, it's interesting because you're describing like an introverted like way, but you're not that introverted at all.
My mother just said the same thing, low key.
Yeah, like the lifestyle you live is like kind of introverted, but then it's like you're not afraid to say shit. You are. Yeah, that's really interesting. It's like it's I remember my friend when we played Smash Brothers. He would describe my play style as like it's kind of like a snake. Like you like I'm winning, but then like you'll just come back and you just bite me directly. Like you just come up and just start winning out of nowhere. It's like okay, it's kind of like that. But go on, you go ahead.
Okay, but but so my company hasn't one of the high ups was, you should be lucky that we're able to work. You know, we're blessed that we're able to work. Now, mind you, I'm a peon. In the grand scheme of things, I'm a peon.
Okay.
Nobody under, I take that back, because some GMs I don't believe really earn what they make. But then there are some GMs that deserve more.
Yeah.
I work for one of them.
Eric, yeah, definitely.
For sure. But nobody's making truly enough to flat out support where they want to be, where they want to live, and or their current situation, or they're always trying to figure out how they can work more. So my company cuts hours. So them doing us a favor, we usually closed at 1:00. Now we close at 11 from Monday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday we close at 12.
Wait, you guys don't do carry out after like 10. Okay,
after 10.
Because that what's it called? The stay at home order.
Right. No, but people don't listen. I had a lady last night at 10:15 pull on my door because she walked from home because we weren't picking up the phone. Mind you, at that point it was me and one other person in the store and 3 drivers. I'm not gonna run to the phone every 2 seconds. Like, online exists.
Right.
I'm not going to, and I don't care about, oh, that's part of your job. I have 16 orders on the board. Either I'm going to knock these out and get them out so I can, because that's the other part. Like, bro, just because something is available, I feel like that's more on corporate side. Like, stop orders coming in 15 to 20 minutes before somebody closes. We want to go home.
Right.
And I live 40 minutes away from where I work with no traffic, with quarantine traffic. With regular traffic, it's an hour plus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's ridiculous. Like, I want to go home. I'm already working late, but my point is they cut hours.
Okay.
So if I'm used to working from this time to this time, you know, my schedule says this to this, I'm expecting to make X amount of dollars, right?
Right.
Cool. But if you cut hours, now I have to either come in earlier, which cuts into other things that I might be trying to do. And mainly for me, creating, recording, resting, you know, like if I want to make my 8 hours, now I have to come in 2 to 3 hours earlier. So it's cutting into the time that you might, but the time, because, you know, time away from work really is important.
Yeah.
But you cut hours without consulting with the people that are actually in the field doing the work. So now they're forced to, if they want to make the money that they're used to making, now they have to, you haven't even acknowledged, even given a semblance of, we're going to work on giving you guys hazard pay, we're talking about it, whatever the case may be. We literally have a letter, a mass-produced letter that was sent from the owner of the franchise that this person is an essential worker, whatever, if we happen to be on the road and get pulled over after 8 o'clock. So I literally got a letter.
Same.
So then my company in the first couple of weeks, you know, they were, you know, my GM was one of the first, you know, that was in the commissary ordering masks, but they were only sending out 50 at a time, right?
Okay.
Only sending out 50 at a time. So that effectively made it, with the staff that we have, basically, like, some of us might have to repeat their disposable masks, but some of us might have to repeat. And then the drivers, you know, like the people who aren't there every day can get one mask, quote unquote, but they were limiting how many packs you could order at first.
Yeah.
So now that they've made it mandatory, they're just boosting the number of the disposable masks to 150 a pack. They just did that last week.
Interesting.
Since last week, they literally, and I bullshit you not, I will send it to you, have put out another email to the GMs, not the peons, but the GMs, and the GMs are, responsible for sharing it with us, that they're sending out branded masks 20 at a time. And the first wave is coming to like Maryland, Connecticut, New Jersey, and like 2 other states. So literally, it's a stupid little mask that's built however it is, because I'm not sure. Like literally, I wear my own. My mother made some, so I have that one. I keep that one on me. I have one disposable mask I keep on me, and then I have a cloth one that has a filter in it, and I've been using that.
Wait, so this branded mask has the logo on it?
It literally is the one that they sent the picture of. I don't know if they're going to do different styles or whatever. I really don't give a shit.
Right.
But they're literally putting out a mask that has the Domino's logo on it that they want us to wear, and they're putting out 20 at the first pack that's available, or 20 at a time. Why the fuck are you doing Supreme drops of fucking branded mask instead of taking care of your people? I don't give a shit about a branded mask. You're barely sponsoring me enough to live, and I'm working for that. I'm putting in active hours to get the check that you're barely giving me. And then you want to give us a mask with it's like.
Big corporations just need a wake up call.
And the wake up call, and I'm honestly like, it's crazy because like a wake up call, I think would be people just fucking saying, fuck that, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Because a part of me really does want to, because there hasn't even been a discussion of what happens if you decide to, because I know one of my coworkers right now is pregnant.
Okay.
And she's still coming to work because she's still in the schedule. She needs them. Everybody needs the money. Money will never not be needed.
Right.
Even the people that have a lot are still getting it,
Right.
So I get, but it's like, why are you, the priorities to me are fucked.
Yeah.
I'm making a joke of it, but you're doing limited release mask or order mask and shit. And people are legit putting their health. I'm not trying to be funny. I haven't had a huge problem in the last 3-4 years, but I also don't want to experiment.
Right.
And yet again, you don't know what people's habits are outside of work. I stay home. When I'm not at work, I am at home. When I know some other people, when they leave work, they go home. But then I'm in an area that is a hotspot, and the majority of that area is a certain community. That certain community is the same community that does not wear gloves, does not wear masks, is out and about, just doing what the hell ever, driving around, walking around, breathing in each other's faces, squatted up 5-6 deep at a time, walking over to the 7-Eleven, like coming to our door. Oh, y'all, the order ain't ready yet. And then the customers, ooh.
Yeah, that store, it's pretty.
I say you've been there, and it's only gotten worse.
Oh God, because like
it's only gotten worse.
It's really interesting because it's near DC, and now I work in DC, and here it's just like fucking. It's funny because last Tuesday, there was this fight. There was an actual fist fight. So this old lady, she came with her daughter, and she didn't want to get screened, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not even here for anything," and it's like, I'm just with my daughter, and it's like, "No, you have to get screened," and then she's like, "I'm not gonna get screened, I don't have it." It's like, and then she was saying shit like, "Why is everyone wearing masks and shit?" It's like, lady, where the fuck have you been?
Where have you been? It doesn't matter if you have it or not. You could be asymptomatic and don't even know it.
Right. And so what she does, she's like, okay, if I can't go in, no one can go in. And then like this mom who recently gave birth to this girl and her husband, they're trying to get through, and then like they pass her. The old lady punches the mom, and then like she said no. Then the father like punches back, and he's like, I didn't watch it, I heard about it. I'm like, God, fuck. It's like, Jesus Christ, like. They had to call the police. I think she left. The old lady left. And it's like,
Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like this is from old joke. I think from Bill Blur. You know how like, oh, you know, people that are allergic to peanuts or nuts, maybe they should just die. You know, and it's like if people do stupid things, I feel like we should just banish them or something. You know?
Yeah.
Send them to
I actually saw that. You saw that? Don't. Well, speaking of fights, low key, they were like. 10 deep police car wise. You know how small that lot is. There were 5 cops in the parking lot and then like 3 more just on the street.
On
Going over to the
Domino's?
7-Eleven.
The one
7-Eleven is in the same lot because they were over there fighting.
the one where you work at.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because like if you say it's worse because like it's weird because like there's a lot of homeless people where there's a good number of homeless people where I work at, and then like over there are some fucking weirdos over there, like
yeah,
like
there are panhandlers where I am.
Panhandlers,
as in they good, they just beg for money.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, every time I see them, you know, is that, oh, you got my pizza? You got me? First off, I don't know you. Shut the fuck up. 2, right. I don't talk to random people. No way. Shut the fuck up. Right. 3, my response. Now, at first, my response was, did you order one? And I would keep on moving. Now I don't even respond, bro. Like, because it's just annoying. It's like, it's just unnecessary. Shut up.
Right.
But speaking of homeless people real quick, there, you know, I don't know if she was there when you were there. The lady that's on the corner, like right at that corner of Flower and Whatchacom, like literally almost right in front of the store.
Nah, it's been
okay. Maybe she's newer than like she's been there since he left. But this lady, and I know she was middle aged of caucasity, because she calls the store, right?
Okay.
And I'm by myself, about 4 orders on the board, middle of the day. She calls the store because, hi, I'm calling because you guys have a homeless person on the corner that's almost right out front of your store.
Oh, she chills nearby a dumpster, maybe, or like it's in, when you look at the window, she's like on that side where there's a dollar store. Yeah, sometimes she'll disappear and she'll come back. She'll leave a whole bunch of she'll bring like 2 cards. She'd be like under a tree, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where she is now.
I know who you're talking about.
That's exactly where she is now.
Okay.
But the lady called and she's like, and she said, you guys have a homeless lady that's right out front? And Charlie, all I see is my screen going haywire.
Like so.
But she's like, you guys have a homeless lady that's on the corner, like right out front of your store, and it looks like she has a lot of trash out there. And I don't want to call the county, but you know, I was driving by and I don't really want to have to come back to help her, but I don't want to call the county. I want to give her the chance to clean it up. But I was wondering if you guys could give her some trash bags and kind of tell her she needs to clean it up. And
that's not your job.
Whoa,
this lady is fucking delusional.
So and so I said to her, I was silent for a good 2 minutes. Mind you, I got stuff on the board. I was silent for a good 2 minutes. And she said, hello? And I said, no, I'm here. And she said, so yeah, do you think that's something you guys would be able to do? I said, well, why would I? And she says, well, what do you mean? Why would you? It's like, you know, I would do it, but you know, everything that's going on, and then I'd have to come back and help her. And I don't really want to call the county. I said, I understand that, but why is it my responsibility to give her trash bags?
Right.
And then she went further into, eventually it became, because she said something else, and I said to her, ma'am, my point, I said, I have no problem giving you the trash bags or giving her the trash bags. I don't give a shit. We get them jokes like, you know, it's a bulk order fucking trash bags. I don't care about the trash bags.
Yeah.
It's the principle of the matter. If this is something that bothers you to the point that you drove past and thought it was so that you think the county might have to be called, why not take it upon yourself?
Right.
If it's that much of an issue. And I'm speaking from, it wasn't much, but when we had neighborhood cleanup on Earth Day in my old neighborhood, I would be down there helping. You know, it's like, it's something small, but if it's something that bothers your soul so much, then why am I responsible as somebody? Like, so it's not okay for you to risk your health and interact with the homeless person because you believe that's the worst thing that's out here in the world.
Right. But it's okay for you.
During the middle of a pandemic. But it's okay for me to do so and give her some of my store supplies at the same time. And it's not a problem. I could care less about them goddamn trash bags. But then she had the nerve to call me irresponsible.
She called you irresponsible?
She said that's very irresponsible of you because it's keeping people from coming into your to patronizing your business, whatever. First off, that's a fundamental lie.
Yeah.
Because for the last however long, in fact, since this pandemic, the last 3 weeks, we've gotten more than a stack, more than a G in carry out orders alone. People come through, walk past her, walk through her, drive around her, and more.
Yeah.
People go and stand over there and talk to her. People bring her food.
Yeah.
So that's a fundamental lie to start there. And then, she literally like, well, that's just irresponsible of you. Can I speak to the manager? It's like, I am the manager. Now what?
Fucking Karen.
And it's like, and I'm still not, and I'm still not going to do it because it's not that it's not my cause, but it's so inconsequential.
It's not in your job description, first of all.
Well, beyond that, and you want to bring the county into it, the county drives by. Cops stay heavy in that area because there's a liquor store across the street, as I just said. There's a 7-Eleven where shit stay popping off at right there. If the county was so concerned about the quote unquote trash that bothers your soul so deep, they would have been helped her.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, you were looking to go on Facebook or some platform to say, I called the Domino's and got the manager to help this homeless lady with whatever, with to clean up her area. If you're so concerned, your question should have been, I should be calling, how can we give her some help? Can I pay get someone food? Like to feed them, whatever, something more than, oh, the trash around them bothered me as I was driving by. Bitch, please. Your question should have been how you can help them. I should call the county to see what they're doing to get homeless people off the street in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Oh, stupid. Ooh, that shit bothered me, bruh. And then I told one of my coworkers, well, because I wasn't even halfway done explaining. He was like, well, why doesn't she do it? And he's a boomer.
Right.
It's like people are so entitled and we're all focused. It just shows you people are focused on the wrong fucking things.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've had people come up and say, I've had a lady who worked for the county, a whole different department, but she was like more like, trying to get the community together. We're doing X amount of dates and the wine place over there is bringing this amount of liquor and whatever. It's like almost like a, community, whatever, right?
Yeah. But
she came in and said, and went over there and stood over there and talked to the lady and said, is there anything, she was like, how much is X, Y, or Z? I wound up giving her the employee discount for it because it ain't going to kill me to do that.
Right.
I'm not a horrible person.
Right.
But she wanted to do something for her, so she bought a pizza and a sandwich for her to give her food. That's more than the trash around her is bothering me. It's like, you pompous ass bag.
Right.
Drive the fuck. First off, you ain't even supposed to be at the house right now. Because the fact that something tells me that the fact that you just out for a drive and saw somebody's trash that bothered you tells me you ain't out because you an essential employee. I drive past trash all the time. I'm essential. I'm essentially just out here because they told me I have to be. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose my goddamn job. And niggas need money.
If you don't want to drive by past and that bothers you, you should probably move to
another route too.
Probably should move to a different country or a different planet.
Oh, you need to move to another universe because even all the futuristic and other planetary movies have somebody that just got trashed around, bro. It's like, I'm sorry, that was enough because that shit pissed me off so much.
No, I would be like fucking dumb. Like I would be dumbfounded if I
literally didn't say anything for 2 minutes. It was like, what? And then you call me irresponsible? I said it's not irresponsible, but if it's bothering you that much, why don't you take the steps to do so? And then she's like, well, you just sit there and make your money and this, that, and third, sweetheart. What you don't understand is the money I make for this store, I don't see a fraction of it.
Yeah, you don't. It's a very small fraction.
Very small fraction, bro. It's the eighth of a 16th of a 36th of a percentile of that.
Yeah. It's like that.
Like out of all the money that the store makes, because low key, even there are some other stores like, oh, we were 50 down today. Like they were 50 down, whatever. We were trumping them. Like on a Thursday night, we made $2,000 more than anybody else in our immediate area. Yeah,
that store is really busy.
Exactly.
Really busy. It's stupid busy.
In fact, it got the number 2 for last year's fiscal year
Of the nation?
Like I guess within the franchise. Within the franchise, they got number 2. Period.
Oh, yeah. There's another store in Virginia, right?
Yeah, and out of all of that money, I guarantee you, it was close to maybe 10% that was actually paid employees. 10 to 15% that paid employees. Probably another 10 to 15 for food, and the rest was in probably maintenance, and then the rest was profit.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, there's not that. Like, that was irresponsible because you and your feelings, because somebody trying to help you and trying to help you look good on Facebook. Bye, Becky.
I feel like there's like a lot of people, entitled and I don't know. It's just like
yeah.
If you want to make a difference, if something bothers you, you shouldn't like tell other people because it's like you're just telling people to do, and you're just an employee working for this company. It's not your job description. They could fire you for fucking doing that.
Technically, because it's just taken from the store.
Like,
I don't care about the trash bags. I give her the trash bag. If they want to be extra petty, that's misappropriation of, that's misusage of of materials.
And you were the only one by yourself. You could definitely they could have fired you for that. And it's like,
right. So now the order's falling behind.
Right. It's stupid. I would have lied up like, oh no, I'll help her and just hang up or some shit, or I don't know.
I was so appalled. I couldn't even pull that. I couldn't even pull the usual F off out of it. And eventually I turned the corner, but I didn't. I never cussed because I'm still on the phone. But I was trying to, like, fundamentals. It's like, you understand that you're asking me to take up, to do something that you're not comfortable doing, because everything that's going on, and it's like, so you just want somebody else to take on your cause because you're not comfortable doing it, but it bothered you so much. Like, please.
She's been littering. Well, that homeless lady had been living there before the pandemic. I mean, you must have saw her before that too. So, I mean, you could have done something before.
That ain't the first. For you to know my store number while you're driving, you live somewhere around here.
Definitely.
Because you didn't Google it that goddamn quick. You passed like, oh, the trash. Let me Google while I'm driving this number.
Let me use the bathroom real quick.
All right, bro, go ahead. I will take this time to say that everybody that watched the Biscuithead Podcast, I appreciate you guys. This has been a bit of a ranting episode. However, I really am frustrated with some of the shit that's going on in my immediate life regarding this or immediate situation regarding this whole pandemic thing. I do have other videos coming. I got to sit down. I don't know if I'm going to record one right after this because I do have to go to work again. But yeah, got some more stuff coming. I'm editing the 2K video. I might try to finish that before I leave out. Editing the 2K video, so that'd be the first real gameplay. You guys can join the Patreon. I know I got another video just talking about the people that I'm watching, the things that I'm watching, to keep me occupied while in the 2 days that I am home, not having to leave the house. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Also keep Charles in your prayers. He's going through a little something right now. So, big homie, keep him in your prayers. Everything will be okay, but people going through it, a lot of stuff, a lot of shit. Regular life is still happening along with the pandemic. So, appreciate that.
Stop.
So, anything else you want to, what to call?
Like work related or just in general?
Just in general. I don't have to be to work until 5, so yeah, sure. I gotta go back to work. And if I want my 8 hours, I gotta be there by 4:30. And I know I'm probably closing on my own again, like I did last night.
Who's supposed to close?
Well, that's the thing. Technically, Thursdays and Fridays, my schedule just says 5 to 8.
Oh, God.
But because I'm not a horrible person, I try to stay and help. but that usually just means I wind up closing. And the person that's supposed to be closing, I'm not sure if she's coming to work today because she got a chest injury, pulled a muscle or something. So,
who is this person?
She started there like December.
Interesting.
But yeah.
How much time have we got in?
How much time we got? Let's see. Honestly, it's not saying. I know I'm recording to the cloud right now. We got on 11:45, so a little over an hour.
Over an hour. Okay.
Yeah, we probably got an hour for you, and when I cut it up a little bit, I can. Because I'm gonna try to bleep out a few names.
Go ahead. I mean, whatever you want to do.
But no, I mean just like maybe two, because I know we like Teresa's name, I might bleep out.
Definitely.
The rest of them I'm gonna leave in. I don't give a shit.
All right. Yeah, let me play that thing I was telling you about the intro. That right. What they do. Just right. Yeah.
Yeah. Kill Bill and Rev. We don't suck.
Yeah, that was their intro.
What the fresh hell?
I love it.
Was that?
Okay. But that was the only thing I wanted to talk about. Okay.
You know, I'm sorry. Something else just popped up.
What?
And I might just delete this as a whole or keep it for another day.
What?
You remember the person that I was at one point interested in?
Like a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about her?
Okay, well now, I got, what the hell's on my screen? Okay.
Yeah, it's not looking blue.
I know, it's I don't know what's happening. I think the sun is out more now, so it's clashing a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I forgot her name.
One of, you remember Will, right?
Sure.
Will just put a whatchamacallit on on Facebook. It's like, hello, the two friends or family just copy and repost, trying to demonstrate that someone's always listening. This time, especially over people with depression, has suicide awareness with the number, right?
Okay.
Just any two, right? Cool. I reposted it because I do understand. I've been through it, didn't know I was going through it, and could probably use some professional help, but we're not going to go there right now.
Okay.
But, I reposted it,
Right.
I reposted it and stuff like that. I tried to, just because you never know who needs it in a moment. The chances it'll be your page, very slim to none, but it's something.
Okay.
Right. I reposted it. This person, so one person that we all know each other. One person just shared it outright. Just shared it was my post, whatever. Now mind you, they don't say copy and paste, but sure, they shared it, so it's my name on it. Whatever. So the one person just shared it, just did her part. Cool. This person that I used to be interested in, they shared it so they didn't copy and paste, they shared it directly from my page, right?
Okay.
But then they put a comment on it as well, with the share, you can share with a comment or just share it outright.
Right.
No context. This person shared it and said, I'm going to share it for you with an exclamation point. Sometimes people not seem like they are there to listen, but you never know, with a smiley face.
You haven't talked to her in like a year, right?
In some months.
Okay.
It's been at least 3-4 months since I've talked to her, if not a little more.
Why do you still talk to her?
We still go to the same Bible study.
Oh, you're talking about her.
Yeah, who do you think I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about the other girl.
The one I made the song about that nobody knew about.
The one when you were talking to her, you went on one date with her.
Nah, not her. No.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh.
Yeah, no, you got the right syllable. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It's was that necessary, bro?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of get the vibe from her vibe. So I'm like, maybe she's just doing it to be nice, you know?
Don't be nice.
Don't be nice.
Don't be nice. Nice for what, dude? You gotta be. Let me stop for UMG claim my video, bro. Universal does not play, bro. I had an instrumental of a Weeknd song on my 2K video in the long one I put out, and they were like, "This song contains the Weeknd." It was an instrumental.
Yeah, you got like whenever you play certain things, like you gotta like be careful. Like,
Okay, I just gotta know. I think what I'm gonna do is just get a list of people who are on Universal and never play their shit. Because I swear, every time I've got a claim on you, I did an instrumental. I did a acapella version of a Drake jump on my SoundCloud. That's why I can't monetize my SoundCloud, because I got a copyright strike on that from Universal. I got a copyright strike. I got a claim on my YouTube video. Or that, mind you, that's not even the one I'm keeping up, but it was an instrumental like an hour and 40 some minutes in, and I wound up cutting it off. It was on for like a minute, and they put a claim on that. Like, I had another video, I did a live going over Don Toliver's music. They put a claim on that. So I had to delete an entire live. Like, there's an entire video, like I spent an hour on just live talking about the music, whatever. Okay. And I had to delete it. So I haven't re-recorded it yet.
Wow.
Y'all are ridiculous. Like,
yeah, copyright is crazy.
It's like, I can understand trying to make your money, but sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna ever make it in the industry, like, hell, even Instagram now, Instagram certain songs, if you're on live, it'll flat out be like, your song may contain music that's owned by someone else. Would you like to? We're going to end the live now, whatever. Unless you have rights to, to share, it'll cut off now. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like it's alive.
Like, I remember I played like a song from like Baby Driver, and like I was it was just a story, and they were telling me like, oh, we can't post this because it had this, and like, oh.
Yeah, it was like, bro, I'm gonna just look up every Universal artist and never put this shit up, because it is ridiculous.
Well, going back, it's kind of interesting because I've been meaning to ask you, have you talked to her in a while?
Who?
The one you mentioned.
No, I haven't talked to her in like 4 or 5 months now.
For real?
Yeah.
So what do you guys do when you guys see each other Bible study? Just hi.
What's up? How you doing?
That's it.
Life's great. Cool. Feel like the future of life is good, and then just keep on moving.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't talked to her for anything, but yeah.
I will say, low key, I've been swiping a lot.
Oh, on Tinder.
On Tinder. I got off of OkCupid. I feel like that was some bullshit.
Cubic?
OkCupid. I got off of that.
Oh, okay.
On a
never heard of it.
On a app called Black that Joe suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Not going well at the moment. Nothing really is, but
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm saying, bro.
You're kind of right.
It is a struggle, and then one person reached out to me, and I made a joke that my mother was like, because like the very first, you click on her profile, it's like, okay, but all right, I'm not a horrible person. Let me read your profile, see what you about. All right, oh, you got kids and you smoke and you drink too. Okay.
Sounds ghetto.
What? Oh, it get better though. Because I already told you look at the picture, like, cool, right? The very first thing on the profile, like the bio or about me, all caps. Am I ugly? Am I fat? If I am, then don't even then F you. Don't even comment on my. Don't even reply back.
Oh God, she sounds extra petty.
It's like, so not only are you built like Cookie Monster, you have the couth and the language skills of Cookie Monster.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? That's how you want to introduce people to you? Like,
some people think like that's hot. It's like, that's not.
It's not cute at all. Like a little bit, like you go out, and I could imagine, like, if I say I could imagine because I've never had it happen, but you're with someone for a while and you go out and maybe another girl looks at you or something and you don't realize it, but they do. Then like maybe a little tinge of, I didn't, you can't wear that anymore, whatever. It was like, why? Because Shorty was looking at you, whatever, and it turns into a, a little something. For that moment, it may be cute once or twice, but bro, you starting off, if you don't like me, you think I'm fat to fuck you, nigga.
It just shows that you let other people influence you.
Right. It's like you're going to attract monsters. The very people that you're trying to avoid, you're going to attract literal monsters.
Yeah, definitely. That's right.
So you and your bad built self can stay over there.
Wow.
It's like I'm not even feeding into that energy. It's like I didn't even reply. I actually like.
Oh wait, so you guys
messaged me.
You guys matched. Is that what
we didn't match because I didn't swipe.
Oh wait, this is
my profile.
This is not Tinder. This is not Tinder.
No, this is something else.
Okay, so she messaged you. Okay.
Yeah, she messaged me, and that's when you can, go in and see the profile and
right.
read. And I was like, okay, let's go ahead and eat. All right,
what did she say? Just hey.
Just hey, how are you?
No.
I'm not trying to be funny, but even as friends anymore, fuck that energy. Fuck that. This shit is just wrong.
I feel like Tinder was like a short phase for me. Just like, I mean, I never used it really, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just you hear online, it's just a whole bunch of ghosting and like just a whole bunch of
I hate ghosting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have my fair share, but
like I'm not that person. Like I've had it happen enough to me, even though there was a young lady who hit me up before this one, and it was like, bro, just no. And I'm not even taking this like because I'm sure somebody see it like, oh, he think he cute or something. No, and I'm a fairly decent judge of character, and I'm not trying to. And I actually messaged her for like a good 3 days, and it was like, bro, this shit just ain't gonna work. You as old as I am, using ebonics and shit and chopping up. Like you still 24 and just won't type. I'm just saying. It's like, like it was. I'm like, I can't say that because that'll come across as bad too. You know what? Fuck it. I don't like dumb females.
Yeah.
I have to feel like there's something we can talk about.
I don't like sensitive. Like,
huh?
I don't like females that are just like not just sensitive. Like.
What you want a Xena warrior goddess type bitch?
Xena warrior. I'm saying like if you you're putting let's say you're put in a situation and they ask for your honest opinion and you give it to them and they don't like it and it's like that's on you. Like I
low key that's almost everyone. For them to not have that they'd have to be a supremely advanced and or mature person. Definitely. And 90% of what's out here is anything but supremely advanced or mature.
Yeah.
At least in our age range.
Unfortunately. But
you can't even say it's like, oh, it's a life experiences. Nah, that shit just bad. No. It's like no.
Nah.
But yeah, I've been swiping a lot. And then the ones that kill me though, it's like the ones who were on like Tinder's like, it's like, you're only swiping right on me because I look cute and you're bored. Bitch, you bored too. You stuck in a house too. Like, what are you doing? Absolutely nothing. And so I can, it's like, cool, you're not interested. I'm in this, move on.
Right.
You're not going to, so Tinder's one of those webcoms. You're not even going to know if I liked you unless it was a super. And I'm not paying for Tinder Gold nor Premium, so you'll never see it. It's like you'll never. It's like, so I'm just doing a regular swipes, bro. If the app say I'm out, guess I'm out of swipes till the morning, or whatever time, because I just don't care.
I feel like it should be more game stimulating. Like if you get like 3 matches, if you get 3 matches in one day, they should give you like a super swipe or a super match or whatever.
But that's the thing. The people who are out here with the getting more matches. They're not out here really on Tinder. They're on Tinder to meet up with people for free meals and shit.
You know what I hate? I actually do honestly hate that. Like some people use Tinder to make friends, and it says in their bio. It's like, this is a dating app. What the fuck? You're fucking retarded. You want to make friends? Go out more. Go meet some new people. You know,
Okay, I hear you on that. I hear you on that.
stupid.
But I have in my profile, I think one of them, I don't know which one it is because I don't even keep
You're a whore.
That too. Definitely that. Big facts.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
Okay.
no. But no, I'm not. I'm an angel. I'm still pure. My mind, we're not gonna get into that, but you know, I'm still pure, so yeah. But what the fuck was I even saying? Oh no, I have in one of my profiles, I got like 3-4 different ones, but I have in one of my profiles, I would rather be friends with someone and then it turned into a relationship. Because I'd rather be dating someone that I can have a conversation, like you were saying, and talk about anything with,
Right.
than, oh, we just been dating and then I don't know, like 18 things about you that are completely crucial to me hating you in real life. Like, I'm just saying. Because you know it's happened. It's like, oh, you know, all this, that, and the third, and that, and you know, and he's so great. And then you find out he got 16 kids that live across the country you never knew about, or you found out that his last girlfriend, he flat out beat the brakes off of her, but she moved to a whole nother state, so he never has to mention the fact that he has multiple charges and just happened to get out on good behavior. You know, like, you know, I mean, that's an extreme situation, but you know, somewhere it has happened.
I feel like that kind of thing may happen more than you like. Than you could think. I feel like that kind of scenario, like the possibility, it does seem extreme, but I feel like it's a reasonably high for it should be, for how it should not be, you know? Like,
yeah. No, like people, and that's the thing, it might not even be something that extreme, but something as simple as a character trait.
yeah.
If you don't like hang out with that person or talk to them and really learn anything about them, bro, you could be dating goddamn Dracula.
Right.
Dracula with Tourette's or something. Not that that's bad, sweet Jesus. Don't want to get canceled before I even make it, but
Wow. That just jumped to like different spectrums, like said Dracula's cancer and Tourette's. Wow.
You know, I'm saying, you get my point. Like some extreme, you know, like it could be something as small as a character trait, and you never know it bothers your soul until you've married the person, and then you realize, wow, I really fucking hate that. And because you were never friends enough to have a conversation about anything, we can talk about anything. Now you're in a situation where you just kind of sit on it, and that causes resentment, and that resentment turns into flat out fuck you. Flat out fuck you turns into cheating and people being hurt, you know, or I hate your mother and I hate the way you breathe.
I don't know if this is a scientific fact, but I remember there was like a study like most people have met their one to be in high school or some shit in their 20s apparently, and it's like, okay.
I'm thinking mine might hit like 29 because I don't know that I've met them yet.
Oh wow, true.
I'm saying the 29 is still in my 20s, but I can't believe, at least so far with my current trajectory, unless it's somebody that is completely off my radar, which usually doesn't happen. Because people just don't be liking me, bro. Like people just don't be interested. It's just a reality right now, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm not hurt about it at all.
You definitely sound like it. Yeah,
I know. But yeah. No, because it's like, of course, I'm a sentimental person. I want a relationship. I want to love somebody's daughter, but you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like to date a mom, you kind of like have to take that. There's like
date a mom. Whoa, where did you get that? I said date somebody's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Not dates. What? Not date. What did you think I was saying?
Because you said daughter, I was like,
I said date somebody's daughter, not
right. Not like an object.
Not some daughter's mother. What are you saying?
Nothing. Let me stop.
Also, they trash.
Who's they trash?
Big trash.
You're talking about like baby moms or some shit?
No, as in the older ones that always, you know exactly what I'm talking about too. The ones that look. What the hell?
Dre's getting arrested.
Right. It's a SWAT call. Get the fuck on the ground.
Like all I see is some like guy in like all navy blue. He just fucking spears you. And you're like, what the fuck? And you're just...
Like all you see is the camera go.
Like shit. Your camera just broke. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
I'm here. I'm hungry. I'm here. Hello? Oh, yeah. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I'm never doing that shit again.
Maybe you shouldn't, yeah.
My whole computer was like, nigga.
I'll never financially recover from this.
I'll never financially recover from that. Like,
oh, God.
I had to get back to work. Your home arm was just bit off. I had to do it.
There's this mashup. It's like you ever heard of a video game called Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
There's a mashup of Animal Crossing and Tiger King.
Oh no.
You should watch it. It's really, have you ever seen Racist Mario? It's a YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
It's the same guys who made that.
Oh shit.
You should watch it. It's really funny.
Wait, talking about Racist Mario.
What about Racist Mario?
Yeah, can you explain what you be liking on Twitter, bro?
What I like?
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Go find it. I always wonder, like, you're the only actual friend I have on Twitter. I'm like, he probably be seeing like what the fuck I'm not gonna lie. I be liking some shit.
Cause you're one of the only people I have on Twitter that I actually like. Oh, I'll check Kev's stuff, or it'll pop up and suggest it. It's like, oh, Kevin like whatever. It's like, okay, well, cool. Let me get to this man's page because he. I
retweet. I don't really.
It was a retweet, but it was still like a.
What did I retweet?
No, I'm gonna find it because we gonna get into this.
We're gonna psychoanalyze Kevin. The man.
I am highly. No, I was concerned. It's like, hey, what is this? He liked this. This. Where is it? Here. No, that's not it. No.
I'm hungry.
No. But they need to get you some work because you just be liking shit. I swear. There's a whole bunch of promoted tweets. What the hell? Why do people's Twitter have ads? It makes no sense.
Reddit started doing that too. Sucks balls.
I ain't been on Reddit in a while.
I just go I go on there on like I wouldn't open Twitter on my work computer because then like I'll be looking some shit like fucking you've seen nudes and shit. I'm like, holy fuck.
Bro, people just be reposting peen. Yeah. Like, bro, I can't even open Twitter at work anymore because I started to the other day, and then it turned into it was just like, just stroke. It was just like a dude, and then follow my OnlyFans. Why do dudes have OnlyFans? It's like if females like, I wish that was my nigga.
Yeah, probably like a small handful, maybe.
It's like, really?
It's not gonna be popular as females. That's the truth.
Where is this jump, bro? Because I don't even know.
I'm so curious. How long ago was this when you saw it?
It was a few days ago that you retweeted it.
I retweeted it? Let me check my Twitter.
And the moment you see it, you're probably like, oh, that's what he was talking about.
Like shit. Let's see. What does this boy retweet?
I just saw something that was.
Oh, well, was it the one with the WD from Arthur? No, it can't be that one.
No, that's not it. No.
Does it have a picture? Does it have a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
The moment you see it's involving Mario.
I don't see anything I retweet recently. I don't retweet a lot of things, so I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you know what? It might have actually been something that you liked, and then it pops up on mine, like suggesting it for me.
Oh, okay. So I have no idea where I find that. Let's see here. Moments. I'm hungry. Yeah, we can go to likes, sure.
The moment you see it, you'll be like, oh, that's what it is.
Like shot. But you said it had Mario in it?
Yeah. See, look, we were just talking about random things being on Twitter. So one of the guys I know from elementary school, and we still cool.
Yeah.
It was a whole thread, but they talking about girl, yo cooter stank and this, that, and third. And then shawty, and it's like, no, yours is loose, whatever. The one who was told it was loose flat out just put a picture up on Twitter. It's like, what do you mean? Mine tight. It's like,
Twitter is savage, man. It's just sick, you know.
bro, like literally, here's the thread. Her white ass keep trying to come down to the Claire and get open pit. Bitch, sit down in Akron and eat that macaroni with breadcrumbs on it, ho. Ha 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 face. LMFAOOOO. You hate my white ass. Yes, I hope you die, bitch. I'm so glad. The feeling's mutual. Bitch, your pussy stink and don't even get wet. Stop talking to me. You keep trying to be black, ho. Reply back to my DM. You want to find out? I heard yours real wide and stuff like outside. So that was the whatcom. And then, girl, where? I'm tight, boo. And then it's just, I have to blur this. It's like, why? You thought?
Yeah, so
It's like, why? There was no need for that.
I never get it. Like, I feel like people think like, you know, they have to like prove a point. And
like first off, why did you just have that loaded in your phone? If you took it fresh, just why? There was no need to prove that.
Actually, yeah, I don't know how long it took for them to, you know, send that. So maybe they had it on their phone.
It was a one whatcom in a day, like within an hour that had all been sent.
Right.
It's like, bruh, like Twitter is wild.
Twitter is awesome, honestly.
So now I'm gonna have to edit the video because I have to figure out. I mean, I do have Adobe now, so I just have to go there and blur it. It's like, bruh.
Were you talking about the one with Adam Driver?
No. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you.
Tell me what.
There was a post that you liked, and there was like a Super Smash Brothers themed whatcom.
Okay.
It said Mario screws.
Oh yeah, it's that Twitch bot, whatever. Mario screws like all the cast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was funny. It's not like, oh, you know, Kevin's gay or anything.
No, not even. I wasn't even thinking of that. I mean, a few weeks ago, you said some stuff that had me questioning.
For real?
So,
wow.
Papa John's got spicy garlic dipping sauce. Oh shit! I'm about to quit and go work for Papa John's.
Go work for the moon, apparently. So wait, what was this post? It was just Mario screwing.
It was like, Kev, what the hell is this shit?
It's just dude. That's nothing. I thought it was like big, man.
But it was still like, at first I saw, I was like, and then I kept going. I was like, wait, what the fuck did I just see? And I slowly slid back down. I was like, who retweeted?
I didn't retweet it.
It's like, who did
it? Must have been a like.
It must have been a like. I was trying to suggest it to me, and it was like, I was like, who the fuck? And then I saw it.
Right.
It was like, oh damn.
Dude,
I have to ask him about this.
It's just funny. It's not like you know, like Kevin, you know, I like dick or anything. Like, no, the fuck, fuck that. You know, I never talked about this, but how do you feel about like the trans community and their use of like?
Oh God! Whoa!
He just like, fucking fell. He hit a brick wall. Like, oh fuck! I can't talk about that.
We're getting into the serious topics on the Biscuithead Podcast again.
Apparently,
3 in a day. What?
3 in a day.
The fresh hell is happening here.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that long, but like, I didn't knew this, but like, I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about how like there's like 28 pronouns apparently, and I'm like, what?
It's only 28. It's only 20. I thought like 50 something.
I don't know then, but like
how many pronouns?
Like I have a friend who like I knew her for like since middle school, and she's a girl. And like she prefers to be called he or whatever, you know, but she changed her name to Kirby. It's like no, she prefers her name Day. She prefers her pronoun Day because she doesn't want to be classified to either gender. And it's like it doesn't really help when you have like big ass titties.
Yeah, here we are. This was in 2014. Here is a list of 58 gender options for Facebook users.
Some are weird, like jivas or some shit. They sound like gibberish.
Gender, androgynous, bigender, cisgender, cis female, cis male, cis man, cis woman, cisgender female, cisgender man, cisgender man. Cisgender male, excuse me, cisgender woman, female to male, FTM, gender fluid, gender nonconforming, gender questioning, gender variant, gender queer, intersex, male to female, MTF, neither, neutros, nitrous, I don't know, non-binary, other, pangender, trans with a little star on the side, trans female, trans with a star on the side, female, trans male, trans with a star on the side, male, trans man, trans with a star on the side, man, trans person, trans with a star on the side, person, trans woman, trans with a star on the side, woman, trans feminine, transgender, trans.
All right, you can stop. I stopped listening.
Males, transgender man, transgender person, transgender woman, trans masculine, transsexual male, transsexual female, transsexual man, transsexual person, two spirits, and transsexual woman.
I feel like
that was in 2014.
You could. I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you change genders, however that happened, you can just stick with trans and let's just call it a day. Yeah.
See, this is like, what is a demigirl? A demigirl is a gendered identity describing someone who partially but not wholly identifies as a woman, girl, or otherwise feminine, whatever their assigned gender at birth. They may or may not identify as another gender in addition to feeling partially a girl or woman.
So wait, they think they're a girl? That's just it?
They identify as completely or partially or not wholly as a female, so they might identify as other things as well.
I remember I saw this post where like if you spell your name backward, that's your demonic name. And I'm like, cool. And then like that was at work, and I just like I wrote it down on a stack of paper. I'm like, I guess my name is Nelvikin now.
Wow. Okay. So what was your point of bringing this up? What was your question?
I don't know. I was just curious. It's like I don't know. I just find it like just whatever. It's dumb. Whatever. Like I don't know. I never got like people. Oh, you know, I'll be preferred to be called she or they or whatever. But it's like I don't know. It's like I call you whatever the hell I call you. First of all.
Okay. Well, I will start by saying that
I wouldn't. I mean,
bro, calling someone bro is a gender neutral term.
That's definitely fuck yeah.
Because I call males and females that were born that way at birth. You know, bro. I call everybody bro. Yeah. Nigga. You know, right. You earn your title basically.
I don't know. It's like you give. It's like you're giving more work for people, and it's like, well, why does it matter? No one. You know, when you said a while back, we're like in this podcast, we were talking about how like we're just a speck in the universe, and like it's fucking true. It's like no one cares what you feel and your beliefs are, like, and it's like if you get offended by like I'm calling you she, but you want to be like implied, you want to be speak as he. It's like you need to get your priorities straight. If you have friends like that and they call you that, sure, but it's like I don't know. I feel like it's stupid. Like you're just making things more complicated. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, so this isn't completely educated, but so let me start there.
Okay,
this is not a completely educated, well thought out perspective in this moment. This is purely in the moment,
right?
I will say that I actually work with someone who is in transition.
Oh.
So it has been difficult because this person is in transition and wants to be identified as one thing. Wants to be identified like literally, it's not just I want to be identified as she or her, but has flat out like started implementing or wanting to implement, you know, this feminine name that she has given herself.
Right.
She has already started wearing a bra and is taking whatever comes, and she's as old as we are. She's actually 25.
Okay.
However, this person also keeps a strong 5 o'clock shadow. Wow. Like they won't shave. And wears a bra, but it's visible.
Okay. Did she have like big ass titties to go with that? No. I don't know.
Well, it's not a Kev. This person was born a male.
Of course.
And it's transitioning to a female and keeps it's almost as strong as yours.
Oh, wow.
Almost as strong as yours. And so there's that for starters. What I will say is it is okay for people to identify how they want to, what to come. But I think I get your point, and what you're trying to say in so many words is that you don't think it's fair, like until you're done or going through the transition, to force, their perspective of themselves onto you, or to demonize people for not taking on that perspective immediately. So like if this person views themselves as a girl, and you still clearly see them, know them, because the name in the system is the government name. It's the name they were given at birth as a boy.
Right.
But they want to be called this. They want to be called this feminine name they've given themselves. That's what they identify as. I think what you're saying is it's okay to demand the people that are around you, that are closer to the situation and the like, call you or identify with you as what you want to be, right?
Right.
And what you're transitioning to become. But it's not fair, or you don't think it's cool for them to demonize the people that either don't, just inherently because like they have a hard time wrapping their mind around it, and or those that shouldn't really have to, until you are 100% presented as this, as what you want to be, as this quote unquote other person or other gender. I shouldn't have to be forced to try to remember or demonize for not remembering. Or basically. That what you're trying to say?
Yeah, basically.
I hope I said it well enough.
No, you got it pretty nailed.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I can understand that.
I just brought it up. I don't know. I don't really have like friends like that, so it's like I'm not really around that, to be honest. It's like I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's a little. Sometimes it is but that's the thing. I get what you're saying, because as someone, I'm not one of those people who's inherently against anything.
Yeah,
like I'm not against homosexuality or gay people. I just ask that it's not brought to me, because I am not,
right.
But I'm okay with people, love is love. Cool. I don't care. One of the best people that I know, one of the best people I've known in my entire existence is homosexual. Literally one of the best people I've ever known. Nicest person ever. And if I've literally watched him to some degree go from like hiding it for all intents and purposes to now owning it, and everybody, because of who he is as a person. And he wasn't open and, I won't say open, but he wasn't like flamboyant and running up trying to
right.
like push it upon people and that sort of thing. We support him. He has a lot of support in that, and he's openly married now. The whole nine.
Wait, was that guy you used to look up to?
Who are we talking about?
This guy used to play basketball. You used to play basketball.
No, I was about to use that as an example. Now I got to save some of that for the story time we do, bro. But when people tried to push it upon, but that's the thing. I was able to come to terms with this other person and accept it and whatever, and have my own opinion about it. When you bring it to my doorstep and say, "Hey, wow, this is what it is," it's a little different, and people react differently to different things. People have different, ways of processing as well. So I'm not going to comment too much on that in that regard, because I got to say some of that story for the what to come. But in that regard, it is hard with this person that I work with, because I know that I just use bruh and bro all the time. Like with male, female, it doesn't matter. But sometimes I question myself, like, damn, should I have said? Oh shit, should I have said? And there's one person whose name is like the first four letters of both of their names are similar, but I already gave the female the nickname of Jess. So I'll say Jess, and both of them will turn around, but I'm actually really only talking to one of them, talking to the girl, the natural born girl.
Okay.
So I mean, it is a bit of what to come, because I find myself questioning if that was the right one, or that was the right way to say, or what to come. And then I'm not trying to be funny. I guess to some degree, people look to me to be a moral compass or whatever, because people come to me, it's like, should I have said that? Or should I have? Or are they? And it was like, I'm not, I can't comment on that. You should talk to them about it, how they want to be identified.
Yeah, definitely.
That sort of thing.
Definitely.
But a lot of people aren't comfortable with that because it's still fairly new to be, it's still fairly, it's still fairly new. And a lot of people, I'm not saying I've done a whole bunch of research about it, but I understand, I understand very little bit.
Right.
As somebody who was, I guess, talked about and bullied to whatever extent, I can understand at least don't talk shit about them, be who you are, let live, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Unless they're inherently hurting you or bringing it to you and you don't want to experience it. And even then, there's a way to handle it.
Right.
So, yeah. That's it on that, though.
Yeah, that's
for today.
For today.
That's a very uneducated viewpoint and very limited experience in the field, quote unquote, or the
right.
talking. So yeah, I think I did okay, but
no, you did pretty. I think you did good. You're pretty, pretty professional. You want to end it?
Yeah, I think we got enough. Yeah, and if I want my 8 hours, I got to be to work at 4:30, so I got a whole hour to just sit and do nothing. Fine. Anyway, this essential pizza making job.
Right.
Anywho, thank you guys for tuning in to another installment of the Biscuithead Podcast. I've been your host, the original Biscuithead, Dre-san. This has been the other Biscuithead, one of my friends, Kevin. Kevin, is there anything that you would like to say to as a shameless self-plug, where they can find you, what you have going on, if it is anything, something to leave the people with?
Well, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, @K, just all lowercase, caps. That's it. Friendly reminder, please use all your senses. Please have some common sense. Please wash your hands. Please use tissues. Please don't touch your face. Don't remove your mask. Please stay 6 feet away. And go fuck yourself. You just end it.
Hey. With that being said,
you should end like that.
Like I said, I might put that at the end though, low key. Shameless self plug. You guys can find me on YouTube at Just DeAndre, JUSTDEONDRE, all one word. Got the 2K video coming. You can hop on the Patreon. It's a whole $1. You get access to stuff early. There is stuff eventually that I will have just for the Patreon.
I've been meaning to ask you, do you have a capture card?
Elgato?
A capture card.
Capture card like an Elgato, right?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I mean, wait, for gaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting one too, but okay. I was asking.
I mean, low key, you can have mine because my computer act like it don't want to work. Like I know I have USB 3.0 on this jump, but it's like oh, there's no connection. I'm gonna try it with my P4 now that I got it back. But outside of that, if it don't work with my P4, I'm probably just like hold on to it till I get another computer, or I'll give it to you and I'll get one when I'm ready to use it.
Okay.
But yeah, shameless self plug. Thank you guys for follow me, sub, like, comment, subscribe. Check it out if you just want to do the audio on Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Deezer, what the hell else? Google Podcasts. Leave a comment. Follow me on Instagram, Just DeAndre, same spelling. Like something. Follow the boy.
You can also find the Biscuithead Podcast on Satan.com.
On what?
Satan.com.
It's not there.
It's not
I don't know what that is, but that sounds evil, to say the least. And
he's the underdog.
Okay, yeah, the podcast is over now. Bye, guys. Holy shit.